Good morning and welcome to week 7 in Intro to Sport Management. Last week we talked about communication. So a lot of the teams that we enjoy and watch on TV, especially pro teams and sports teams, they are getting into the business of really working and crafting on the stories that they put out to the public and crafting that image that they want us to see. And another big part of communication is when something unexpected or negative happens, called crisis communication, and then the teams have to put out some kind of statement according to how they're dealing with it. So that's kind of an interesting challenge that's always present for sport communication. Comments on assignments that I've graded. So this week I looked at your sports reporter assignment, and I really enjoyed seeing all the different kinds of jobs that you were interested in, and looking at who you looked up to, and I found that assignment very interesting. So some common themes that I saw in your work were, you mentioned the amount of time that your interviewees said that their jobs took. You know, there were late nights, early mornings, the idea that when everybody else was playing, they were working, and that's certainly true in sport. That's one of the downsides. Another theme that I saw was that a lot of your interviewees had to move around a lot to kind of move up in the positions, the types of positions that they want. They might have had to change school districts or start small and then get bigger, or ideas like that. And then finally, I was very inspired to see that just about everybody's interviewee perceived that their job to be very rewarding. They perceived that they were difference makers in people's lives. And that's what I think is so great about sport. That's one of the reasons that I loved working in sport, is I felt that people really enjoyed participating in the programs that I provided, and I felt like I was a difference maker. So I thought that was really inspiring, because I saw that in almost everybody's paper. So thank you for that assignment. This week we're talking about facilities, and facilities has a lot of different angles that we can look at, and one of them is hardscapes in facilities. So if you work in facilities, you may need to look at purchasing basketball flooring, or replacing a sport turf, or redoing a lighting system. So that's what we call hardscapes in facilities. You may also look at how facilities are managed. So how are they supervised? Who gets in and who doesn't? What are they used for? So that's the idea of managing those facilities. And then finally, we're going to look at purposing facilities. So some big stadiums are only used for one sport, and that can get kind of expensive. Other stadiums are multi-purpose, like War Memorial Stadium. And speaking of War Memorial, your reaction assignment this week is going to ask you to look at the transfer of ownership and managerial responsibilities that just happened at War Memorial, and to talk about kind of what that means and what they're trying to do with War Memorial, who they're trying to attract, where they're trying to get their business from. Now that the Hogs are moving out, who's moving in? Where are they trying to get their business from? And what agency is doing that? So I'm really excited for you to look that up and see what's going on with War Memorial. I think it's a good purpose for it. So everybody have a great week. Thank you for your work. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a really nice end of September and beginning of October. I'll talk to you soon.